Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. There's something timeless about Blackpool in the autumn, the sense of nostalgia that lingers in the sea air, carried along by the hum of laughter, the scent of fish and chips, the distant crackle of the arcades. Each year as the summer crowds drift home, the evenings grow darker, the seafront transforms. From late August now until early January, the town bursts into colour, a 6 mile stretch of glowing magic known as the Blackpool Illuminations. For more than a century, the lights have been part of the town's identity, a tradition that began in 1879 with just 8 arc lamps has evolved into one of the most famous light shows in the world. Today, millions of LEDs create the glittering panorama of colour, movement and imagination. It's free to visit, open every evening, and loved by families, photographers and wanderers alike. So in this video, let's take a calm drive through the promenade, exploring the lights, the atmosphere and the feeling that makes Blackpool Illuminations a uniquely British experience. It's early evening as we begin near South Pier, the sun just dipping down below the Irish Sea. The sky glows in soft tones of amber and violet as the dusk deepens. The first lights begin to shimmer into life. Strings of bulbs trace the promenade, wrapping around lampposts and ribbons of gold. The trams glide quietly along their tracks, reflections rippling in the wet tarmac after a brief autumn shower. There's a familiar sense of anticipation, that moment just before the night fully falls, when the cool air and the lights start to dominate the landscape. Families gather along the railings, children pointing excitedly as the first displays flicker into full brilliance. Music just from the rides and the distant laughter from piers mixes with the sound of the sea. Blackpool, for all its engine history, has always been about escapism, and nowhere captures that better than the nightly celebration of light and colour. The origins of the Illuminations go all the way back to 1879, a time when electric light itself was still a wonder. On that September evening, 8 arc lamps were installed along the promenade, powered by a generator at the old Blackpool Corporation offices. Locals came in their thousands to see what was described as artificial sunshine, and it was such a success that it became an annual attraction, growing year after year. By the 1920s, theme tableaus were added, large illuminated displays that told stories of celebrated events. During the war years, the lights were switched off for safety, but when peace returned, so did the tradition. In the post-war years, the illuminations have become a symbol of hope and joy, a reminder of simple pleasures. Throughout the decades, the lights have evolved, from hand-painted bulbs to computer-controlled LEDs, from static panels to moving 3D figures. Each era has left its mark. Today's displays use millions of energy-efficient LEDs, yet still retain that nostalgic charm that generations remember. And what's remarkable is it's still free, maintained by the local council and volunteers, supported by donations and sponsorship, and kept alive by the people who love it. Our drive begins properly here, moving from north to South Pier. To one side, the beach stretches into the distance, silvered by the moonlight. To the other, a steady stream of traffic edges forward, headlights reflecting the puddles as visitors take on the famous illuminations. The first sections feature the modern LED tunnel arches, dazzling ribbons of colour that sweep overhead, shifting in patterns of pinks, blues and golds. It's almost futuristic, yet comforting in its repetition. There's music from nearby rides, the gentle hum of voices, the faint crash of waves beyond the seawall. A little further on we'll reach the central pier. Here the big wheel glows like a halo, each carriage illuminated in turn. The smell of donuts and popcorn fill the air. The cool breeze carries the sound of gulls. Even in the crisp autumn evening, the piers are still alive. Warm lights glow against the chill. As you pass the tower, it's impossible not to pause. At 518 feet, it remains one of the most iconic parts of the skyline, lit constantly, shifting colours, sometimes deep blue, sometimes crimson, sometimes a soft white that feels almost regal. The surrounding gardens and fountains of the Tower Festival headland add an extra layer of beauty, a newer addition that complements the century-old structure perfectly. As you move further along, the atmosphere becomes quieter, fewer crowds, more space to breathe. This is where the tableaus are found, large illuminated scenes mounted along the cliffs. There are displays at the heart of the illuminations for many visitors. Here creativity shines, from fairy tales to animal scenes, celebrating science, music and travel. There's something both retro and futuristic about them, especially when seen against the dark sea. Some have moving parts, Others played gentle animations that loop in a rhythm with the passing trams. Every year new themes are added and old favourites return, like the shimmering Jurassic tableau, the space adventure, or the heritage trams as they glide past, their own bodies, covered in lights shaped like boats, rockets or locomotives. This stretch feels like almost entering another world, half amusement park, half dreamscape. It's quiet enough to hear the wind, but bright enough to still feel alive. For photographers, this section is a paradise, endless compositions of colour, light and reflection. No visit to the illumination feels complete without seeing the famous illuminated trams. They're icons in themselves, some shaped like ships and covered in hundreds of bulbs. As they glide past, the reflections ripple along the promenade and people wave of greeting old friends. The tramway running the full length of the display is one of the best ways to experience the lights if you prefer to sit back and enjoy the view. Each tram ride takes around an hour from end to end, offering ever-changing perspectives as you travel the route. Along the route, stalls sell hot chocolate and candy floss, buskers play gentle music, children clutch growing toys. It's simple, comforting and somehow timeless, the blend of old seaside tradition and modern art light. Over the years, technology has transformed the illuminations. Today's displays use LED mapping, programmable sequencing and solar power to reduce energy use. Even the Blackpool Tower Light Show now synchronises with music, creating stunning time displays visible for miles. Recent themes have included tributes to NHS workers, local heritage and famous films. There's even a section sponsored by Nickelodeon, featuring characters that appeal to younger visitors. Yet despite these updates, the essence remains the same: joy, colour and a sense of wonder shared between generations. There's something beautifully old-fashioned about that. In a world of virtual experiences and short attention spans, the simple act of walking or driving along the lights by the sea still captures people's hearts. As we continue north, the wind strengthens slightly and it carries the sea spray across the promenade. The air smells faintly of salt and candy. There's laughter in the distance and every now and again a burst of applause from a small crowd gathered around the street performer. You realise that the illuminations aren't just about the lights themselves, they're about togetherness. Couples holding hands, grandparents with prams, teenagers taking selfies, photographers setting up tripods. It's a shared experience, one that bridges age and background. The sea adds its own soundtrack, rhythmic, gentle and constant. Between the lights and the waves, there's a hypnotic balance. Human creativity on one side and natural rhythm on the other. Few attractions have lasted so long or have meant as much to so many people. The illuminations have seen wars, processions, royal visits, cultural revolutions, yet they remain part of national memory. For families it's a ritual, a drive through the lights after a day at the pleasure beach, a final ice cream of the season before winter sets in, a chance to see children's faces light up in awe, and for locals it's a source of pride, a reminder that Blackpool, despite its ups and downs, still knows how to create joy. It's not polished or perfect, but it's real, a celebration of community, creativity and continuity. Now it's starting to get dark. The reflections of the lights dance across the damp pavements. Cool wind tugs at scarves and the horizon fades into an inky blue. The atmosphere is calm, peaceful, almost cinematic. The autumn months suit the illuminations perfectly. Long nights, crisp air and fewer crowds. You can take your time here. You can walk at your own pace, linger and enjoy favourite displays, stop for a hot drink, watch the trams pass by, or simply stand and absorb the view, or as in this case, drive through in your car. The contrast between lights and shadow, warmth and chill, makes the whole experience more vivid. As the waves crash softly beyond the sea wall, there's that unmistakable feeling that you're part of something enduring, a thread of history glowing quietly along the coast. Blackpool has always been a place of spectacle, from the Tower Ballroom to the Pleasure Beach. It's built around the idea of wonder, of offering people an escape. The illuminations embody that spirit better than anything else. Even now, after a century and a half, they still draw millions. Each display tells a small story of craftsmanship, of imagination, of community. And while the world outside keeps changing, the lights keep shining, dependable, familiar and welcoming. You could visit a few dozen times and still find new detail, new colours, new designs, new memories. That's the quiet genius of Blackpool lights. they evolve but never lose their soul. As the evenings wind down, the lights become late night fade. There's a strange peace to the promenade. The noise softens, the crowd thin, and the sea takes centre stage once again, as the trams glide past, their reflections stretching across the wet promenade. Now you can look back along the coast, miles of glowing colour fading into the distance, and realise how rare it is to find something that still feels this magical, not because it's perfect, because it's sincere. Blackpool Illuminations are more than a show. They're a reminder that beauty doesn't always have to be expensive or inclusive. Something is just light against dark, the joy of showing it. So whether you're driving, walking, or simply standing still for a moment, take it in. The colours, the sounds, the feeling of community, a little slice of British seaside history that still shines bright year after year. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and consider subscribing. It will help the channel grow. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Please enjoy the amazing footage of the complete drive through the lights.